Hey guys, what's up? Hope everybody's having a good day out there today. Welcome back to another edition of Intuitive Angling, and man, I really appreciate you guys taking a little time out of your day to check the video out. Guys, today we got another good video for you. We're going to be talking about hooks, and I'm going to take you through my own personal hook box, the one that I take to tournaments. And I'm going to go through every single hook in my box, and I'm going to explain to you why I use the size and the style of hook for the baits that I'm talking about. So I think it's going to give you guys a good foundation for hook selection moving forward there. Real quick, guys, I just wanted to let you guys remind you of the Bridgeford Sweet Baby Ray beef jerky. That you guys see my Bridgeford hat all the time. This is one of the products that Bridgeford makes, is the Sweet Baby Ray jerky. Guys, this is the most awesome boat food you will ever taste. This is an all-American company. Everything they produce and make is here in the United States. The company also provides components for our armies, our military's MREs. They are a huge supporter of bass fishing, and you guys just get your package. You will love this stuff. And I'll put the in the View Products tab on this video. If you click on View Products, I'll have the Bridgeford stuff in there. You guys could order some straight from that link there. Or you can get it at Walmart at the checkout counter. But man, awesome stuff here. Just wanted to let you guys know about that. Okay guys, what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna show you my hook box. I'm gonna go through the hook box in detail there. There it is. That's the one that I take to tournaments with me. And gonna sort of explain to you guys exactly why I use a certain hook for certain situations. So we'll just sort of go down the road here. Okay, first of all my hooks are Gamakatsus. First one I want to talk about is the Gamakatsu. This is a hybrid worm hook. It's an offset hook, and this is a 1/0 hook right here. This is one of the smallest hooks I have. Now guys, this would be for finesse application. Say for example, if I'm flipping and pitching a small worm, say I'm flipping like a 4-inch zoom worm, this would be the hook that I use in that. Also sometimes like a zoom centipede I would use for something like this, but definitely a finesse application. And the next size up from there is just the next size up of the same Finesse hybrid worm hook. This is a 2/0, and it would be for just a little bit more of an upgrade. Maybe if I was Texas rigging, casting like a zoom trick worm, something a little bit bigger like that, just a little bit bigger soft plastic, maybe some type of a small soft plastic jerk bait. Next one here, moving up a little bit in size, would be like the 3/0. Same hook here. This is the hybrid worm hook, a little bit stiffer, a little bit stronger hook right here. This would be something that I may use in a tube, something that I could pitch and flip with. When I'm getting up into this size here, it's more of a pitching and flipping application or a little bit larger bait. And then the final last size I have in this particular style would be the 4/0 here. And again, this would be maybe for a little bit larger tube, possibly a creature bait in some situations, just general Texas rig situation. Moving on down there, I've got this is the Gamakatsu heavy. This is like the extra heavy flipping hook. This is the 3/0 here. This would be for flipping and pitching applications, creature baits, anything I'm pitching and flipping. This hook right here, I probably wouldn't use it for casting too much, but just flipping any type of appropriate size soft plastic with it. And then back on the second row here, got a little bit smaller one. This would be the Gamakatsu Finesse heavy cover worm hook, which is not as heavy as that one I said before. This is a smaller one. This is a 1/0 hook right here. Again, this would be for Texas rigging, smaller baits, smaller worms, something like that. Maybe like a 4-inch ringworm would be good with it. Pitching and flipping and casting both, since the diameter is a little bit smaller. Next one with that is a same hook, the Finesse heavy cover straight shake worm hook. This would be a 3/0 hook. This is one of my probably favorite style hook. This would be for Texas rigging, 7 to 8-inch plastic worm, something that long, maybe a 9-inch plastic worm. Again, possibly for some situations, pitching and flipping some type of a creature bait like a brush hog. It's a heavy hook, but it's still a small enough diameter, where you can cast it, get good penetration. And this would be just a little bit larger version. This would be the 4/0 right here. And I don't really use too many 4/0 hooks. The 4/0 hook, this would be something right here that I would use for like a 10-inch old monster, Texas rigging, something like that. Maybe pitching and flipping like a full-size brush hog, a little bit larger one, but I don't like to go much over the 4/0 size with that. And then I've got some the 5/0, which I rarely use. This is a 5/0. This is the extra heavy flipping hook, the extra heavy model here, Gamakatsu. And this would be strictly for punching with braided line. Creature baits, 50, 65 pinhouse braided line, usually in some type of flooded grass situation when you need the maximum power, is what that hook would be for. Okay, the other ones, these are two more here. This is the same. This is this is a 2/0 and a 3/0 extra heavy flipping hook here. Same thing, guys. These would be for flipping situations, matching it up to the appropriate bait size like that. Again, just worms, creature baits, you know, any type of brush hog type deal with that. Next one, I've got my, this is just a stinger hook for a spinnerbait trailer. This is Gamakatsu little trailer hook here, Finesse trailer. One thing I'll tell you guys about stinger hooks for spinner baits and buzz baits, which this is buzz bait or spinner bait hook, is you don't want to go too big. All you want is something that if they nip it, you can get the end of it. But I can promise you on a trailer hook, I think one of the biggest mistakes is guys go too big on a trailer hook. It will cost you bites. I can assure you that you will get more bites without a trailer hook or going small. So this is the only trailer hook I have, guys. Even for like a 1-ounce spinner bait, it's a little 1/0 Finesse stinger hook here. It's a super stiff hook, super stiff, but it doesn't take away from any of the strikes that you get. And finally, guys, the last hook I have, this is just a straight shank Finesse worm hook, Finesse heavy cover worm hook. This is a very small diameter light hook. I would use this thing again at small plastic worms, Texas rig situations, anything that you know, that I really am not using much over with 10-pound test line with. So anyway, guys, that's just sort of a guide to the hooks I have here. Like I said, as far as hooks, when we're talking about it, there's two different considerations when you're talking about worm hooks for creature baits and worms. Is you want to use the smallest hook that you can possibly get away with, because the smaller the hook, the more bites you're going to get. I can assure you with that. It's like when you put a big honking, you know, hook in a worm or a creature bait or something like that, it is a strike deterrent. And I know that because I've had so many situations where I cut my hooks off in practice, and I get a lot more bites in practice with not having a hook on. And anytime you put a hook on, it's going to take away a few strikes. So try to go smaller a little bit with that. And also, I just hook more fish. I think a little bit smaller diameter, sharper hook is better than having a larger diameter, bigger gap on there. I just think you land more fish. And also, one of the reasons that I do like the Gamakatsu hooks is they have a pretty small barb on them. And the whole thing about penetration on a worm hook or creature bait hook is the barb. A lot of times, a lot of hooks have a really big honking barb on there, and they think you need that so the fish doesn't throw the hook. In my opinion, it's more important to get the maximum penetration into the bend. And even that's something Doug Hannon even talked about. He even bent his barbs down so he'd have better hook penetration. So that's another factor. But main thing, guys, if I could give you one piece of advice, is don't go too big. If you're looking at a hook to say put in a 9-inch or 8-inch plastic worm or a 4-inch creature bait, and you got two hooks and you say one of them, man, that thing looks a little bit too big, or the other one says, man, that looks a little bit on the small side, go with the small one. It'll get you more bites and you're not going to lose those fish on them near as much as what you think. So anyway, hope it helps. We'll talk later.